Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Max Payne 3 hardcore difficulty video walkthrough. This is the second section to Alive If Not Exactly Well, and we're on a balcony with a bunch of dudes below us. So this section here, the first guy always tries to Pearl Harbor you, a surprise attack from nowhere, and you've got to be careful of that, so kill him swiftly, and then when you drop down here you want to quickly go into cover and move to the right hand side of this wall. So if you stand here, be careful, like I say right then, if Max wasn't so animation heavy and didn't want to do, you know, a big fancy shuffle turn around all dynamically, I wouldn't have got shot then, but he does that a lot and you've got to watch out for it. But once you're here, it's time to literally just, you know, teeter around the corner, pick dudes off. If you see anything move, just clip him in the face and just be very careful, because right there, I make a mistake, I pay with it, I have to use a painkiller. And this area, this is a fantastic spot to handle it. Just make sure nobody tries to rush you. If they do, that's when you should use your slow-mo to try and get those precious shots on them and drop them. Even if you don't headshot them, you can knock them over, which will stop them firing, which is really useful. So just be as careful as you can, and just be aware. Every so often, Max is going to put his gun up, and it's probably going to get you screwed, because later on in the game, I have a bunch of examples of this animation nonsense that he's doing right now that completely fucked me up. But enough of that. I'm going to talk about the multiplayer, because you're going to see me do this for quite some time here, because it's a big courtyard full of dudes, and I'm sniper wolfing them. So I played 3 games the other day before I came off, and my impressions, look right there, do you see that shit? I was trying to fire at him, my reticle was full on him, but the gun was up, so it disappeared, and I was shooting the roof. Oh, it's so frustrating, people. I can't even begin to tell you how much that makes me angry. Anyhow, 3 games I played. I got to level 5 or 6, something like that. I enabled myself to customise my classes and then realised that the game has some fucking issues when I looked into the classes. But my first game was in the tower building in Rodrigo's house, and I didn't like it at all. It was a team deathmatch. We were all pretty low levels. I went into the free aim mode, because fuck aim assist on multiplayer. I want to actually be shot by people that aim as opposed to just holding left trigger and letting the game do it for them. And it was chaotic. It was really chaotic. Like, I was dying so fast and I was shooting people so much and they weren't, and I couldn't understand it. And then I kind of got my rhythm a little bit when I realised you could shoot dodge, and even if you didn't have the slow motion stuff, which made you a little bit harder to hit. And like, the spawn seemed kind of crazy, because I'd defend an area, I'd be pushing forward, you know, switching my shoulder trick to look round corners and things and get the jump on people, and then they'd spawn behind me, and it was kind of weird, and the level wasn't too big, my teammates weren't too great, and it was kind of crazy, and I think we lost, I'm not too sure. And I went something like 18-6, which might sound like a good score to people, but it didn't feel like I was doing anything good. I just kind of felt like I was dying too much, and I don't know. Like, I wanted to use the pistols because I like pistols, but the AK just seemed so much better, and it was just kind of crazy. Just as soon as you get close to each other, the game goes to shit, and I was just like, what the fuck's happening here? But, you know, I grinned and bared it. I was on my own, and what you gonna do? And then we moved into the next level, and the next level was kind of like a favela town. It reminded me of Village, and it was really, really big, and there was this massive warehouse on like the left-hand side of it, and that game was awesome, because at the start, as soon as we spawned in, we moved like 2 yards to the right, and there was 5 guys looking at us. We'd spawned directly facing each other, so this massive shootout just occurred, you know, just like, ah, shoot, 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 everyone going crazy, firing the guns off. I wish I was capturing it, but unfortunately I was rendering these videos to get them up yesterday, and we were going nuts, but my entire team died but me, and I kind of got every finishing bullet on everybody, so a bunch of them died, and I ended up getting the kill streak bonuses, and I didn't really know what they did, I didn't really know what I had, but I was using it for slow motion, you know, to dive around, and that's not how you want to use your kill streak rewards. I'm just going to have to interrupt myself here, guys. This bit's kind of awkward. You want to push forward tentatively and use the cover as best as you can. As soon as you hit this box, people are going to spawn. Just pick them off with the cover trick, and just bear in mind a few of them will rush you, so use your slow motion to deal with them. And the boat that passed me, you can hide from the boat or you can shoot the people on the boat. And On this playthrough I decided to hide, and you're going to see me get tagged by it, and it's not really that important because I have so many painkillers, but if you don't, you might want to take out the gunners, but you can ignore it. I'm going to prove that, although it is kind of messy, it still gets you through with very little ease. It's not difficult at all. But, and on the multiplayer anyhow, I had all the bullet time held up, and I was like, oh, I've had a pretty good start here. I went like 5 kills to 0, so I was just pushing around, and the spawns, I didn't realise how big the map was at first, so I was kind of stalking the town, just running around and making sure that my aim was round the corner. That helped me, so if I ever approached, you know, a left-hand corner, I'd have the aim on the left-hand side and things like that. And the people I was against, I don't think they understood how this stuff worked, and I don't think they'd played gears and things, you know, to hug the wall as best you can using the cover trick to shoot out so you're not vulnerable. So nobody was doing it, and I was annihilating people. And I got into a situation where they kept coming through this one doorway, and I kept moving where I was outside this room to just catch them off guard, and I ended up going on a massive tear. And at one moment on the match, I decided to go into slow motion without diving, and I pushed in the right analog, and it doesn't do it. It does an ability depending on the kill streaks that you've got, and I pulled out a HK. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's this all about? And then the game just went ridiculous, because this gun kills in about 3 shots, and I was just in this warehouse shooting dudes left and right, and I'd only just realised on the score that our team was losing. I don't know how, because I was on fire, but then I looked at the scoreboard, and everybody on my team was useless. They all had like 2 kills and 10 deaths, so we were getting his ass kicked. But this kill streak gave me this super powerful gun, and that was it from then. We managed to eke out the victory. I think we went 1 higher than them on the scoreboard. That's where the boat catches me, so just be careful. Kind of bullshitty, but what can you do? And I just went on a tear, and the game stats came up at the end. It said, you know, Seraphim 17 Player of the Day, Sam Brodo Crescio, or whatever it says. And then stats came up. I went 20, 23, and 2, or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, wish I'd have captured that. And everybody on my team, all negative, and then the guy on the other team actually did pretty well. I think he was like 25 and 16 or something. But it moved us on to the third match, which was on the rooftop with a big landing pad, and I had a good game, but it wasn't a good match for us, because once again our team was getting shit stomped, because people just, I don't know, some people are not very good at playing games. And I ended up getting my kill streaks again, but because there was so many tiers to the map, I didn't do so well, and we lost. And I went 25 and 8 on that one, so it weren't a bad score, but we lost, so it don't really count. But my tips from the multiplayer, I would say whenever the fight comes close in, don't even bother trying to shoot, because the game goes to shit up close. Just do the melee. It's a one-hit kill. I killed so many people that were running past me, and I just pressed Y and caught them out because I had better reflexes than I did with my gun sometimes. I went on melee sprees because it's so effective. Be careful with the grenades because there's a delay on them. And just play like you play the campaign. You know, just... Or play like you play any third-person multiplayer. Always make sure that it's to your advantage every encounter, and you shouldn't do too bad. You should be doing really well, actually, because the people I've been coming across weren't too good at the game. I mean, there's a couple things that's bullshit, like there are equipment that you can wear that makes you take more damage, and just through sheer, you know, logic, there's probably stuff you can do to your weapons that make them deal more damage, and I hate that in multiplayer because it makes it unbalanced. It means the person that puts the most time in gets the better stuff, and I don't think it should ever be that way. And it is, and there's things that enable you to take less damage from headshots, less damage from torso shots, all kinds of stuff, and it's not fair, and it explains exactly why people were taking so much more damage than I was on that first match I had. So I would definitely say it's a multiplayer that you want to play with friends, and I'm probably going to be getting as many people off my friends list who have the game on with me to get a nice little session on that Gang Wars game mode, which sounds really interesting. And you know, if you're up for it, I'll probably be posting on Twitter when I'm doing it, and it's first come first served basis, and hopefully we'll get some Max Payne in there and have some fun. But yeah, interesting multiplayer. It's not bad, it's just spazzy, and Spazzy's not necessarily that great, but I've only played 3 games, so I can't really judge it based on that. And like I say, my team was so terrible. Uh-oh, there we go. 1 shot, 1 kill. kill the guy. There's a good example right there. Did you see how I shot the driver, then I shot the guy that killed me? That is the utilising the kill cam mode to get more kills. Obviously, it doesn't really help me too much in that scenario, but it still counts. So, as you push around this pier, guys are going to spawn to the right of that gas cylinder, just there past that life jacket. Do you see him? And right now, if they push too far, you want to go back behind the boat and let them come to you. But I'm kind of getting a bit impatient because this is a long level and I'm pushing them. But as soon as we see the kill cam, it means we've killed everybody here. All that's left to be done now is to run up to that corrugated fence, and then we're going to be on an on-rail section that you'll see in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.